Hey, Sean.
Hey.
It's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So we're talking about how one man changed the world, this introduction to Christianity that we're running at the church. And you took it a year ago, I think.
About a year ago,
yeah. So I'm hoping you can just share a bit about your experience and let us know what it was like. What was it that prompted you at first to take the course when you did?
Well, we just finished Alpha, and it was I think you had mentioned it, that you were running a course, and I wanted to kind of go further into my learning of the New Testament, the Old Testament, who Jesus was, and to really get a kind of comprehensive view of the Bible and try to understand as much as I could in a 6-week period. And that's kind of where I was at. I just wanted to learn.
Yeah. You'd come through Alpha, so you did have some experience of faith already, but you were at a point where it was something that would kind of help you move forward in your...
I think there's a lot of I was reading the New Testament. I think there's just a lot of concepts that maybe can go over my head anyways, and so to help kind of fit those into concrete kind of beliefs and kind of just understand more of like the nuance to maybe what I was learning.
So when you took the course, what was it like for you? Can you give us a sense of how it impacted you?
It was great. It was well thought out. It was like learning how to ride a bike in the sense that you kind of started it off with like very basic concepts and then explained and extrapolated different pieces here and there. Really good overview of Old Testament and New Testament, how Jesus fits into both of those, and the history of the church was in there, which I found interesting. I really enjoyed it. I found it made reading more enjoyable, not enjoyable, but easier to comprehend. Like there was concepts I had already learned in the course that I could apply to my own readings. That was really well done.
Were there some standout things that that you learned in the course that really, even now you think back on, like that was a good thing to kind of discover?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think understanding kind of how the church formed, and I guess just learning more about who Jesus was, and I think one of the biggest takeaways too was seeing Jesus in the Old Testament and how that really came to life. And I don't think that would have been something I really picked out on my own. So it was really helpful to help me now when I read the Old Testament, see some of this stuff that we had talked about. How to read it.
Yeah. So imagine someone in our church is thinking, yeah, that might be for me, but I'm not sure. Or they've got someone in their life that might be for them, but I'm not sure. What would you say to someone who's considering taking the course?
It's free. I would highly suggest it. It's for me, it was a great transition to step more into my faith and really understand who Jesus was and what he wants for us, and helps me in my readings, helps me in my daily life, just kind of getting a really quick crash course of Christianity for 101, and it was really informative. And I would say, run, don't walk.
While supplies last.
Yeah, while supplies last. It's it was a great way, and I feel like I got to know you a bit better too, as pastor of the church, and it was just a really great course.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing.